Today on America's Court with Judge Ross.
Why do you use the word weird?
Well, he
to
can get
describe a
aggressive
dog?
sometimes, but he can get a little aggressive and a little antsy. He has a lot of energy.
Is it fair to say that sometimes his mood is unpredictable?
A bit.
In my courtroom, it's about equity and fairness. Stop. Is that true? I don't want you to understand. I want you to overstand.
Yes, sir.
That's why they pay me the big bucks. Justice should be more than just some foreign concept. I actually want you to learn something. That's not gonna happen. Not up in here, not today. And boom goes the dynamite.
Fair, firm, compassionate. This is America's Court with Judge Ross. Lindsay Owens claims her dog was injured and says her friend is to blame for locking the anxious pet in a bedroom.
All rise. Remain standing and come to order. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Kevin Ross presiding.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated.
Ms. Owens is suing Natalie Roberts in the amount of $500. Ms. Roberts is countersuing in the amount of $600.
All parties been sworn, Your Honor.
Third to Deputy Thomas. All right, we have two suits going on. Ms. Owen, you're suing Ms. Roberts in the amount of $500. Ms. Roberts, you're countersuing in the amount of $600. It involves a dog and some bad weather. I'm going to have you go first, Ms. Owens.
Yes, I'm here to sue my friend Natalie for $500 in vet bills as my dog was injured in her care.
What's your dog's name?
My dog name is Greg.
Greg.
Yes.
And how long have you had Greg?
I had Greg for 3 years.
3 years. What type of dog is he?
A golden doodle.
You have a picture or anything of it?
Yes, I have a picture.
A golden. I don't know that breed. Do you know that breed, Deputy Thomas?
No hair, no cleanup.
Ah.
Beautiful dog.
This is Greg.
Yes, my baby.
Oh, wow. So, Ms. Roberts, this golden poodle, Greg, what's been your experience with him?
So Greg is an interesting dog.
Why do you use the word interesting?
I also have a dog myself, Bitsy. I've had her for
Your
7
dog's
years.
name is Bitsy, and you've had her for
7 years.
You have a picture of Bitsy as well?
I do have a picture of Bitsy.
Okay, I want to see Bitsy now that I've seen Greg. And what type of dog is Bitsy?
So Bitsy's a Chihuahua.
A Chihuahua.
Bitsy is social. Bitsy knows how to play with others, and Bitsy is very calm around me and around others. That's my baby.
Now, Greg is much bigger seemingly than Bitsy.
And
He's
sweet.
huge.
What were you going to say, ma'am?
And sweet.
And he's huge and sweet, but he is huge.
Yes.
Is he sweet?
He can be sweet.
Okay.
He can be sweet. Greg hasn't had a lot of experience with other dogs outside of Bitsy and a lot of humans outside of Lindsay and myself. He's a little weird sometimes, I will admit. He's a
My
little
dog
weird.
is not weird.
He's a little weird.
He's a little weird.
Why do you use the word weird?
Well, he
to
can get
describe a
aggressive
dog?
sometimes. Normally, he's fine, but he can get a little aggressive and a little antsy. He has a lot of energy.
Is it fair to say that sometimes his mood is unpredictable?
A bit, but you know,
Was
she
there ever a
has her-
situation where, because Greg and Bitsy have been in the same space,
Yes.
did you ever feel like, okay, the situation may not be the most ideal for the two of them?
I don't normally have any worries about them, but sometimes.
Okay.
Sometimes.
And the dogs were over at Miss Roberts' house.
Yes.
Okay. What was going on that particular day?
Well, at that time, I was at her house for 4 days because I had a termite
Infestation?
going on. Yeah.
Okay, you were spending time at Miss Roberts' house
Yes.
because there was some sort of termite infestation.
Yeah, she let me
in-
stay over while I was
She let
going
you
through
stay?
my
I did
incident
not
going
mind.
on.
You didn't mind?
No, I've known Lindsay for years at
Okay,
this point.
you all have had a friendship and a relationship.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Over the course of the 4 days, were there any problems before a situation happened on one particular day?
There was no problems. My dog was good. My dog is okay. You know, he has anxiety, but I also train
Wait,
my dog. in
Greg
manage-
has anxiety.
Yeah, Greg has anxiety.
He's been
yes.
diagnosed with anxiety?
Yes.
Now it makes more sense to me when you use the term weird. You were saying because sometimes her behavior is weird.
Greg is a pandemic pup. My friend has always been to herself, but once Greg came around, it was a little of support for her.
Okay.
But just like her dog. Sometimes my friend is a bit antisocial. They kind of share those commonalities. So again, good with Bitsy while we're around. Sometimes I get wary if I ever leave the room or she's not present. He can get a little aggressive and a little weird.
When a situation happened involving some damage, were you both at the home at that time?
So back to her being a little bit to herself. She was approached for a date, and I encouraged her to go on the date.
You mean in terms of a potential romantic date?
Yeah.
It wasn't romantic, but it was a date, yes.
Coming up on America's Court.
Put your hand up and shake
She
your
didn't
hand.
let me know she was having company.
It's my apartment. Why should I have to let you know that I'm having
Why
company?
would she need to consult with you about having people over to her place?
Because she locked my dog in a room by himself.
If you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. This is America's Court with Judge Ross, Emmy nominated for Outstanding Legal Courtroom Program. America's Court is back with the case of Lindsay Owens, who is suing Natalie Roberts for veterinary bills.
But she assured me to go on a date, and she told me that my dog would be okay in her care.
So you need to get out.
Okay, there was an issue involving you not being social in terms of date. You're single.
I stay to myself
You're
a
single.
lot. Yes, I stay to myself.
And is it an issue where you are like, well, maybe I need to be more open to having a relationship? Was that something that you were thinking?
Well, I just got out of a relationship, so
You
I
had
was
been in a
more-
relationship,
Yeah, I just
and
got out
you
of
were
a
more to
relationship, so
yourself.
I'm more just trying to, just
Find your way.
Yes.
Pre-pandemic, she was great. She had the man. Pandemic happened. He left. The dog comes in. You would think the dog
left.
kind of replaced him. So
You were concerned about her life in
Yes.
terms of.
And having her in my home for 3 days and just seeing how kind of shut off a bit she is, and just to
You
herself
said, you
she
gotta
is.
get out there, huh?
Yes, I want her to get out.
Is that what
and
she said?
She's
Is that what she
making it
said?
seem like I'm lonely or something. Don't do that to me.
It's-
Don't do that. No.
Friend, I just thought it would be great for you. I thought it would
This
be
is the
some
conversation
time.
you all were having.
Yes.
And you said, okay, maybe it is time for me to get out.
Yeah, I get out for a while. And,
Okay, so I'll see what happens on this date.
Right.
How'd the date go?
It went well until she called me and told me I'll come meet her at the vet because my dog was injured.
Well, what was it that went on while she was away on this date?
Back to Greg being just a bit weird. Before she left, I asked if he was supposed to get out of hand. Is there anything that I should do? She did tell me that he likes Taylor Swift. He's a Swiftie. She did
He
tell
likes
me
Taylor Swift, the music
Yes.
artist?
Yes.
He's a
The
Swiftie.
dog likes
Yes.
listening to.
He loves her. He loves her. Yeah.
Not
Do you love Taylor Smith?
Yes.
I was, okay, because I was like, who would be listening to Taylor Smith? Or the dog would go, could you turn on Taylor Swift? I've got a feeling
It
that.
calms him down a lot. He, even watching her videos, he danced to it. he loves her. So
Dog's all up
yes,
in
that's
Taylor
one,
Swift.
that's one thing that soothes him.
Okay. She said, play that music.
She mentioned, playing that music. She mentioned talking to him, consoling him.
Okay.
I'm planning to have some friends over
Okay.
while she's out, just so I can have a good time a bit.
Okay.
But prior
Hold on
to
a
all
moment.
of that,
Why did you put your hand up and shake
She
your
didn't
head?
let me know she was having company.
it's my apartment. Why should I have to let you know that I'm having
Why would
company?
she need to consult with you about having people over to her place?
Because she locked my dog in a room by himself. Why she had a guest and she already know about my situation with my dog.
Before anything happened, as soon as she left, maybe 20 minutes before she left, there was a storm. The dog
There was a
started
storm?
There was a storm. The dog started acting a little bit more rational than I've ever seen him act before.
The dog had a reaction to the storm.
I believe the dog was reacting a bit to the storm,
Okay.
too.
Had you
Yes,
had
I
any
do.
experience with Greg having some
He don't
negative...
act like that. How
he
she
doesn't have a
described it,
problem
he
with...
don't act like that.
Well, and we're in California. It doesn't happen that often. I
But
get
the
it.
thing is, her friends was smoking marijuana, so my dog was most likely high.
Wait, how do you conclude that he had a contact?
He was in a room with her.
I thought
They
she
was
had
all
had
in
the
the
door
living room and
closed.
everything. Yes,
Were
and that's
you-
when
were
she
you-
locked
were
my
you-
dog
were you
in the
engaging
room
in
by
the ganja?
himself and
Judge,
thought it was
I'm a
okay.
Christian. I did have some guests over.
You know what? Before you even said that, you had already held up the cross. Like,
Right. That already.
I am protected in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. Huh?
Amen.
Okay.
Amen.
But
So-
were you engaging in the ganja?
I was not. I had one guest over that did. But I have a patio that I had them walk out
Was
and
it
smoke
just
on.
you and the other person?
No, it was about 3 of us.
There were 3 total or 4 total?
3 total, me and 2 friends.
Okay. And one of those friends engaged.
One of the friends engaged on my patio. At this time, her dog was already locked in my bedroom.
And what took place while he was locked in the bedroom?
He just went berserk. I walked into my clothes damaged, my bed damaged, and he essentially knocked through my door.
What do you mean he knocked through the door?
I don't know if it was because of the storm or what, but he started going crazy, and all of a sudden, there's a big golden doodle knocking through my door, like charging through my door. There's a hole in my door. My door is damaged. My room is damaged.
That must have been some really strong marijuana.
And anxiety. He has anxiety as well, so.
Well, if anything, though, having anxiety, the marijuana would calm you down, not rile you up.
My exact sentiments, like, it should calm the dog down, but...
But if he's on the patio, the friend who had the marijuana, then there wouldn't have been the contact with the dog.
Your dog wasn't high. Your dog was in my bedroom.
When I came in the house, it was loud in there. It was loud.
But I thought you ended up meeting her at the vet.
She did. Yeah. She met me at the vet.
But I also was staying at her house, so when I came back,
remnants.
That's when I smelled the marijuana.
Oh, that's how you knew?
Yeah, when I came back home.
And you were like, that's probably what happened to him. He was high.
Right.
She also went through the ashtrays that were around, just kind of being a little finicky after everything
But
happened.
If she could smell it, you don't need to look at the ashtrays.
I don't like those friends.
Got it. You're suing because you want Ms. Roberts to pay $500. Yes. What does that reflect? $500 for what?
Yes, he was in her care for the vet bill.
Now, I see you have costs associated with the door that you want her to pay the damage for. I see, wow, he did a number on this door.
Well, she left him in a room by himself. She wasn't supposed to do that.
How was I supposed to do that?
You don't do your dog like that. Why would you do Greg like that?
I don't have to do my dog.
You didn't have to do Greg like that.
Hold on. You're charging her $100 for dog sitting fees.
Yeah. Because I opened up my home to her. I did not mind her.
Was there an understanding that when she went out that you were going to charge her to watch the dog?
Coming up on America's Court.
There was never a meeting of the minds in terms of while you're gone, I'm going to be compensated to watch Gregory. Was there?
No.
This is America's Court with Judge Ross, Emmy nominated for Outstanding Legal Courtroom Program. America's Court is back with the case of Lindsay Owens, who is suing Natalie Roberts for veterinary bills.
Well, no, but there also wasn't an understanding that her dog would act the way he did and damage my door.
Well, that speaks more to the door, but where do you get the whole thing of, and now I'm going to charge you for the hours that I was watching?
The audacity of her charging me for the veterinarian bill. Like, that's we're friends.
But there was never a meeting of the minds in terms of while you're gone, I'm going to be compensated to watch Gregory. Was there?
No.
No. That's not going to happen.
Thank you.
I still want my dog.
I don't want to disturb you, but Greg is freaking out. What should I do? I tried to calm him. Play music. He likes beach noises or Taylor Swift.
That's my baby.
How dare you treat Greg like you did? You locked him in a room by himself and just made him more anxious. This is all your fault. You're saying, are you kidding me? He attacked Bitsy. I didn't hear anything about an attack. What did he do to the dog?
Before I could get to that, I wanted to let you know that Greg got extremely aggressive with me and Bitsy.
You thought he was going to maul Bitsy.
Yes, I did. And if you've seen the pictures of my dog, you see how tiny my dog is? Do you see how large Greg is? If he starts growling and pouncing at your small chihuahua like that.
Did any harm come to Bitsy?
Thank God, no. That's why I placed them in the room to prevent that from ever happening.
This is after you felt he was too aggressive towards Bitsy that you said, I'm going to have to put him. You were going to let him roam when the other two people came? Or were you already planning on putting him in your room? Because I would think you would, knowing if he's weird, you're not going to have strangers in the presence of a dog you think is weird.
Coming up on America's Court.
And your position is Miss Roberts should have to pay for that damage because
she assured me he was going to be okay. And my dog.
This is America's Court with Judge Ross, Emmy nominated for Outstanding Legal Courtroom Program. America's Court is back with the case of Lindsay Owens, who is suing Natalie Roberts for veterinary bills.
Greg was going to be in that room because you already knew you were entertaining. Did you tell Miss Owen that you were going to be entertaining? And that you would be putting him in that room?
Well, no.
Okay. And that's a fair answer. I appreciate that you are transparent in that regard. You have proof of the $500 in bills? Because what happened to Greg?
So Greg did suffer some injuries knocking through the door. As a dog owner myself, I took him immediately to the vet, and that's when I contacted Lindsay.
Okay, he had to have some stitching done because when he penetrated the door, he ended up getting some
Yes.
fragments and so forth on him.
Yes.
And your position is Miss Roberts should have to pay for that
Yes.
damage because
She assured me he was going to be okay. And my dog.
if he acted on his own volition, the dog, Greg, why should she have to pay if it were even a situation absent the people that were the guests? If he was being a little too aggressive with Bitsy and she's in an apartment, it's not unreasonable to say, I'm going to have to put him on a timeout and close this door. Because he couldn't pick the lock. It was really that the door was closed. That's not unreasonable.
My dog, I trained my dog to be okay. I trained my dog with his anxiety and everything.
weren't
I
there.
manage, and he's okay. He's a sweet dog. He's
Well,
okay.
you don't think she
relaxed around
intentionally
people.
wanted the dog to be damaged by the door?
Sir, say it
Of
again.
course not.
The dog damaged the door.
Yes, because she put him in a room by himself, and she did something to my dog.
I would never do. I have a dog. Come on now.
Judge Ross's verdict when America's Court returns. This is America's Court with Judge Ross, Emmy nominated for Outstanding Legal Courtroom Program.
Based on the evidence and the testimony before this court, I'm going to start with the counterclaim, Ms. Roberts. You are not getting those monies as it relates to the pet sitting fee. You were just being a little petty.
Okay.
As it relates to the damage with respect to your door, dogs are considered property. We treat them oftentimes like they're human. They are not. But if your property damages another person's property, they are entitled to be back in the position prior to them being damaged and their property destroyed. The gavel is going to come down in favor of the defendant. You are obligated to pay her the $500 for the damage to the door. The tougher issue is, are you entitled to $500 because of the injuries that were sustained while the dog was in Ms. Roberts' care? I'm going to have to rule in favor of the defendant and dismiss your case. Because ultimately, if the dog, looking at the size of Greg and Bitsy, it would be reasonable for her to separate the dogs by putting yours in a room. Your matter is dismissed. Your case is granted. You will receive that money from Ms. Owens. Hopefully the friendship can be reestablished. That is the order. Case closed.
All rise.
Judge Ross has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff has been ordered to pay $500.
I'm really sorry it had to come to this. I hope later down the line we can talk again and mend our friendship.
Time will tell. I just don't know right now.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.